Hey guys, it's Barry here, and I guess this is my third video now, talking about e-drama, in RuneScape and YouTube. So yeah, it's a bit sad, I guess, but you know what can you do? This time it's about Mog Time, otherwise known as Snipes UK. That's his YouTube channel. But yeah, it's about a bunch of stuff that he's done or supposedly has done. And I just want to talk about it quickly because there's been a bunch of videos posted about it. He's tried to explain himself. Other people have tried to expose him, and it's sort of become a bit of a clusterfuck of confusion at this point. Now I've watched pretty much, I've watched pretty much all the videos that seem to be worth watching about it, that aren't just like flame wars. And from what I gather, the first thing that is the most publicised thing that he's done is that he supposedly scammed a guy called Falcor for a divine. Now, the circumstances for this are he'd known this guy Falcor for 12 hours, and Falcor naively decided to trust him with a divine after knowing him for 12 hours. Now, I think we all know that's just retarded. I mean, who would do that? I mean, do you know anyone that would trust another person with... Like, if you met someone at a party and you know them for 12 hours, would you like give them the keys to your car and say, you know what, here's my car, just drive this whenever you want because I trust you? No, you wouldn't. Don't be fucking retarded. Look, I think, to be honest, as much as you can say that it's sad that he took the divine, I think, to be honest with you, this Falcor guy clearly needed to learn a life lesson, which is you can't just trust people with your stuff. To be honest, you just can't do that. That's not the way the world works, unfortunately. In an ideal world, he would have given it back and we'd all be happy and dance and have a little sing-song around the campfire, but that's not how life works, I'm afraid. You do have to realise, that not everything is perfect, and I think at the very least you can say that that Falcor learned his lesson in RuneScape as opposed to real life, because clearly that Falcor guy is very, very naive, and he could have lost a lot more in real life by trusting someone. But yeah, what else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, obviously there's this other guy who apparently hacked Mog Time. After watching a bunch of videos, it's become very clear to me that he didn't hack Mog Time. He was just sharing with him, and it seems that Mog Time was sort of using him to do menial tasks on his account, like questing and getting tokens for dunge. To be honest with you, that seems a bit sad as well, because he seems to basically have treated this guy like shit, and obviously, as much as account sharing is against the rules, I think, a lot of people do it, and, it's fine as long as you can trust the other person and you know them. And, I mean, if you know them in real life, that's the main thing. You can only really trust someone with your account if you know them in real life. I'm sorry, guys. As I've learned this week, it is hard to trust people in this game, because real money in this game is involved quite heavily. Because this week... a friend of mine I've known for about 2 years or so. I've talked to him on Skype. We were gonna meet up in real life, that sort of stuff. We got to know each other pretty well. So anyway, he the other day he went to the Jewel Arena and got totally cleaned, even though I told him not to go there. He had about 800 mil bank before, and yeah, he got totally cleaned down to like 1 mil, and he has like 92 dunge, and so he can go to Frost Drags, and he's nearly maxed main. And he said to me, look, could you just lend me 50 mil just to buy some bandos and some supplies for going to Frost Dragons and just, getting some bank back? And I said, you know what, sure, man, that's fine. And I mean, to me, 50 mil is a lot, because my cash pile at the moment at that point was 165 mil, so 50 mil was nearly a third of my bank, and I was really close to turmoil. So I said, you know what, sure, you can have 50 mil, but can you just try and pay me back when you can? Because the fact of the matter is, I just don't have enough money just to give out 50 mil and not ask for it back at some point. And I think that's reasonable, because that is a third of my bank, and why should I have to just give away everything I have? I don't, so yeah. So I lent him this 50 mil to go off and buy bandos. As I said, I've known him for 2 years. I know him really well. Yeah, I was even going to be meeting him IRL, But no, I gave him my 50 mil, and he just logged out, put me on ignore lists, blocked me on Skype, blocked me on everything, deleted me on Facebook. Yeah, literally everything. I mean, and I don't know. I don't know whether to think I was naive in thinking that he wouldn't scam me because I've known him for 2 years and I feel like I've known him quite well. But there you go. I've known him for 2 whole years and he scammed me for only 50 mil. So yeah, that's really pissed me off. I'm now about 120, like what, 122 mil, all in all. So yeah, and bones aren't looking like they're going to be dropping anytime soon. So I'm just going to have to keep on trying to get some gold together for turmoil because this game is really getting boring for me now. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to Mog time. I think he's clearly taught this Falcor guy that you can't just naively trust people with stuff. But there is a certain extent it goes to, at which point you have to say, no, wait a second, that's pretty sad. And to be honest, I think that's the point where he was just treating this guy that was doing stuff on his account for him. He's treating him like shit, basically. And you know what, guys? Karma basically was a bitch for him because he treated him like shit, and the guy was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna drop your bank. I don't know how much he dropped, but he did drop a significant amount of GPs, as it were. So yeah, I mean, Mogtime, he claims to be no honor, and that's something that scammers and people like that always go for. They're like, oh, I'm no honor, I'm bad man, oh, look at me. But, and he keeps on talking about this guy called Anthony, who he's clearly, like, best buds with, who he scams people with and stuff. I have a question for you, Mogtime. What is it that separates Anthony from everyone else? Why is it that you trust Anthony so much that you think he won't just run with whatever you give him in the end? Because something that you don't seem to realise is that in being such a no honour guy, you can't trust anyone at all. You can't expect to be respected by people for being no honour. You can say all you like that you're being like some sort of rogue of the Wild West that is RuneScape, but really it's not being no honour at all. It's just not being able to control your urges to basically shit on people. And yeah, I don't admire that, I'm not gonna lie. I really like your videos, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I think I'm probably gonna unsubscribe and not watch your videos just out of principle that you've done that, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the matter. I'm gonna try and not make any more e-drama videos. But yeah, peace out.